Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all safe at home. Now coming to today's session. So in the previous session we discussed some identities. Square root of a into b is equal to square root of a into square root of b, and as well as square root of a by b is equal to square root of a by square root of b, and square root of a plus square root of b into square root of a minus square root of b is equal to a minus b, and as well as a plus root b into a minus root b is equal to a square minus b. Okay, square root of a plus square root of b whole square equal to a plus 2 into root of ab plus b. Right? That identities we discussed, and we discussed some examples also. Now let us move to the in exercise 1.5 question number 4. Represent square root of 9.3 on the number line. In the previous session we discussed how to represent a number, that is square root of 2, square root of 3. Only square root of any positive integers we represent on the number line. Coming to the here, it is a decimal expansion. See this here, 9.3. It is a decimal number. Square root of decimal number. How to represent on the number line? Clear? So let us discuss here. All of you listen clearly. It is a geometrical construction part. So to represent this 9.3 on the number line. Now first of all, solution. You just see. First of all, draw a 9.3 units from a fixed point A. From fixed point A, I am drawing 9.3 units of line, that is B. So AB is equal to 9.3 units. Draw a line 9.3 centimeters on the scale. Clear? Now after that, from B you need to draw 1 unit. From B, draw 1 unit of line. Just extend it. Take 1 more centimeter, that is 1 centimeter to C. Okay, this is 1 centimeter. So total is how much? 10.3. Clear, my dears? AC is equal to 10.3. Now, I am writing here steps. Okay, first one is draw AB is equal to 9.3 units or centimeters. Okay, and the second point is draw BC is equal to 1 unit, right? Then third point is what? Draw the perpendicular bisector of AC. Draw a perpendicular bisector of AC. How to draw perpendicular bisector? Take more than half of the length of AC. Okay, with the help of compass, take more than half of the length. Okay, now from A, draw an arc on the top and bottom. Clear? And from C, with the same radius, cut those arcs. This is clear, my dears? Now join. This is XY. XY is a perpendicular bisector of AC. This is clear, my dears? It is a perpendicular bisector of AC. What is the step? Draw a perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector of AC. Okay, so now this point will intersect the midpoint of AC is O. That is the midpoint. Here fourth one is O is the midpoint of AC. Clear? Next fifth point. Now after getting O, take center as O. OC is the radius or OA is the radius. Clear? So now draw a semicircle from A to C. Draw a semicircle. Clear? Now draw a semicircle with center O. With center O and OC is the radius. OC is the radius. Clear? Next sixth point is clear, my dears? Now after drawing the semicircle, now from B, draw a perpendicular line to the semicircle. Draw a perpendicular to semicircle or draw a perpendicular to AC. Okay, from B here, from circle, I am joining a line. Clear? So this is a D. Here BD is perpendicular to AC. Clear? Draw BD is perpendicular to AC. Is this clear, my dears? Okay. Now, whatever the value of 9.3 here, now BD will become root of 9.3. BD will become root of 9.3. Is this clear, my dears? Right, see this here. This is a very simple, right? That is the required value of D, right? Now, once again I am going to tell you. See, draw AB line with 9.3 units or centimeters. Extend line B to up to C. You can take BC as 1 unit. Clear? Then AC will become how much? 10.3. Now, draw a perpendicular bisector of AC. How to draw a perpendicular bisector? Take more than half of the length of AC. Okay? Take more than half of the length of AC. Then take center as a, draw two arcs up and down. Right? And from C, cut those arcs. Whatever you draw, whatever you did from A, from C, you can cut those arcs. Now join that. XY is the perpendicular bisector of AC. So this XY line will intersect the AC at O. This is the point O. Clear? Now take center as O, and OA is the radius or OC is the radius. Draw a semicircle. Draw a semicircle from A to C. Then after drawing the semicircle, okay, you need to draw perpendicular to AC from D. Okay. So now BD is called perpendicular to AC. Right? Now the length of BD is nothing but square root of 9.3. Square root of 9.3. Clear? Now how to represent this one? So after getting 9.3, take a compass. And take center as B. Okay. Now draw an arc. BD is the radius, and if B is the center, from B draw the arc to the number line. Where is the number line here? This is point O. I mean B as center. Sorry, you can take B as 0 and C is 1 unit. Okay. This is 1 unit. No, right. Draw root of this 9.3 on the number line. This will intersect at point E. Okay, the point is nothing but root of 9.3 value. It is almost 3 point something. Is this clear, my dears? Is this clear? Right? How to represent square root of 9.3 on the number line. This is the way you need to represent any square root of decimal expansion also. We will represent on the number line. That means we will represent every real number, positive real number on the number line. Square root of all the positive real numbers we will represent on the number line. Is this clear, my dears? You please note on this. Now, children, let us discuss laws of exponents of real numbers for real numbers. In the last year, in the previous class, we discussed some laws of exponents and powers we discussed. So what are those exponents and powers? There are some formulas are there. That is, first one is a power m into a power n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. And the second one is a power m by a power n is equal to a to the power of m minus n. Now third one, a power m into b power m, which is equal to a into b whole power m. Fourth one, a power m by b power m, which is equal to a by b whole power m. As well as fifth one is a power m. Here, is there anyone? Right. Even we discussed a power 0 is equal to 1. Right? A power 0 is equal to 1. These are the some basic formulas here where m and n, a is greater than 0, and thus m comma n are natural numbers. M and n are natural numbers. Clear? Is these exponents will up to only natural numbers, or if m and n are any rational numbers, right? What will happen? If m and n are rational numbers, what will happen here? Now see this here. Let a be greater than 0 and p comma q are rational numbers. P comma q are rational numbers. Then the first one is a power p into a power q is equal to a to the power of p into p plus q. Second one is a power p by a power q is equal to a to the power of a power p by b power q is equal to here a by here a power p by b power q only, here a power q, my dears, a power p by a power q is equal to a to the power of p minus q, right? Where q is p is greater than q here. And the third one is a power p into b power p is equal to a into b whole power p. And the fourth one is same formulas, but here the values of p and q are rational numbers. Here a power p by b power p is equal to a by b whole to the power of p. Is this clear, my dears? Now here right, these are the formulas we are going to discuss here. Here p comma q are rational numbers, okay, and a greater than 0, right? Clear? Please note on this. Here one more also is there. A power 0 is equal to 1 here. Here fifth one is suppose a power p whole power q is equal to a to the power of p into q. Clear? So that also we will note on this. So here these are the 5 formulas we are going to discuss now, where p and q are rational numbers. Okay? Let us discuss some examples based on these values. Right? Right, let us discuss one example. Now see this here, my dears. Simplify. First problem is 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 3. And second one is 3 to the power of 1 by 5 whole to the power of 4. And third one is 7 to the power of 1 by 5 by 7 to the power of 1 by 3. Now fourth one is 13 to the power of 1 by 5 into 17 to the power of 1 by 5. If you observe all the powers, all the exponents, see this here. Other than base, you just see the exponents here. In the first case 2 by 3, 1 by 3 both are rational numbers. 1 by 5 and 4 both are rational numbers. 1 by 5 by 1 by 3, see this here, this 1 by 5, here 1 by 3 both are rational numbers. Here also 1 by 5, 1 by 5 both are rational numbers. Now how to simplify these questions? Same way, whatever we use the formulas, whatever we wrote the formulas just now, by using those formulas we are going to simplify these all the questions. So solution, first one is that is 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 3. So here we should write a to the power of p into a to the power of q is equal to a to the power of p plus q. When bases are equal, add the powers. When we bases are multiplying, if both bases are equal and we are multiplying here, we should add the powers. Clear? So now here, by observing this, 2 is the base here. Both are same, but powers are different. So 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Clear? So which is implies 2 to the power of, see, in the power, both are like fractions. So 3 is the same. So 3 is the denominator. and add the numerators directly. 2 plus 1, which is equal to 2 to the power of 3 by 3 will cancel. So 2 to the power of 1. So 2 to the power of anything to the power of 1 is anything only. So therefore answer is 2. So therefore 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 3 is equal to 2. This is your answer. Clear, my dears? Is this clear? So this is the way to write to simplify the given questions. Now let us move to the question number 2. Second one. So second bit, that is 3 to the power of 1 by 5 whole to the power of 4. So we know that there is one more identity, one more law, that is a to the power of p whole to the power of q is equal to a to the power of p into q also. Okay? When one base has two exponents, a power p whole power q, where a to the power of p into q, by applying that 3 to the power of 1 by 5 whole to the power of 4 is equal to 3 to the power of 1 by 5 into 4. So which is implies 3 to the power of 1 by 5 into 4 is nothing but 4 by 5. So therefore 3 to the power of 1 by 5 whole to the power of 4 is equal to 3 to the power of 4 by 5. Clear, my dear? This is the way to simplify. Now coming to third one, we'll discuss third one, that is 7 to the power of 1 by 5 divided by 7 to the power of 1 by 3. Here which identity, which law we are going to apply? That is a to the power of p by a to the power of q. If both are same but exponents are different, a power p by a power q is equal to the power of p minus q. Right? That we are going to apply. What is that? A power p by a power q is equal to a to the power of p minus q. So now which is implies here 7 to the power of 1 by 5 by 7 to the power of 1 by 3 is equal to 7 to the power of 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3. Now which is implies 7 to the power of, see, both are irrational numbers, both are different denominators. So what is the LCM of 5 comma 3? LCM of 5 comma 3 is 15. So this will become 3 and minus 5. So which is equal to 7 to the power of 3 minus 5 is minus 2 by 15. Clear? Here we got a negative number, negative rational number. Clear? So this is can be written as 1 by 7 to the power of 2 by 15. This is clear, my dears? This we are going to write in the denominator part, that I am going to write in a clear way. So this is equal to 1 by 7 to the power of minus 2 by 15. So this is the way to write the value. Clear? Therefore 7 to the power of 1 by 5 by 7 to the power of 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 7 to the power of, sorry, this place 1 by 7 to the power of 2 by 15. Okay, that is 1 by a power n equal to a to the power of minus 1 by n. Or here you can apply here also a to the power of minus p is equal to 1 by a power p. Right? So you can apply that also. This negative will become, when you come to the denominator, this will become positive. Negative will become positive. Clear? When you come to the denominator. If denominator has negative, when it come to the numerator, that will become positive. Clear, my dears? You copy this. Let us discuss fourth one. Right. See that fourth one. So here 13 to the power of 1 by 5 into 17 to the power of 1 by 5. Observe here both the bases are different but exponent is same. The power is same. So here we are going to apply 13 to the power of 1 by 5 into 17 to the power of 1 by 5. So here what we are going to apply here? A to the power of p into b to the power of p, which is equal to a into b whole to the power of p. Clear? If both the bases are equal, you just multiply these both the bases, right? And power will become here, right? So now which is implies 13 to the power of 1 by 5 into 17 to the power of 1 by 5 is equal to 13 into 17 to the power of 1 by 5. Now what is the value of 13 into 7? What is the value of 13 into 7? I am going to multiply here. So 13 into 17, 21. 7 plus 1, 9. This is 13. 1, 9 plus 3 is 12. 2. that is 221. So which is implies 221 divided to the power of 1 by 5. Is this clear, my dears? So now, therefore, 13 to the power of 1 by 5 into 17 to the power of 1 by 5 is equal to 221 to the power of 1 by 5. So this is a way to write to simplify the given questions by using laws of exponents for real numbers, where the exponents are a rational numbers. Is this clear, my dears? Now we are going to conclude on this by using all these examples. Right, children, let us conclude. Let us note down one note point. If a is greater than 0, be a real number, means a is a positive real number. Let m and n are be integers. M and n are be integers such that m and n have no common factor other than 1. If two numbers does not have any common factor other than 1, those numbers are called co-primes. 2, 3, 3, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5. Clear? So these are all co-primes. So now then, and n should be greater than 0. N is always positive. Then a to the power of m by n can be written as nth root of, this can be how to pronounce nth root of whole power m. This 1 by n will become to the nth root of whole power m, which is equal to nth root of a power m. Clear, my dears? You please note on those. This here n is always a positive. Okay, and we can call it as this is a nth root of a power m. Clear? Even simply we can write suppose a to the power of 1 by n. How to write a to the power of 1 by n? Where n is a positive integer and a to the power of 1 by n is equal to nth root of a. These two are equal. Clear? Then I'll give one simple example. See, 4 to the power of 1 by 2. What is 4 to the power of 1 by 2? Do you know what is 1 by 2? To the power of 1 by 2 is nothing but square root, which is equal to square root of 4. Right? So which is nothing but 2. This is clear. If you want to prove, see this here. 4 can be written as 2 square. 2 square whole to the power of 1 by 2. It is in the form of a power m whole power n. A power m into n. So 2 to the power of 2 into 1 by 2. So 2 will cancel. You get 2 by 1. So 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 2. 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 2. See this here. Both are same. Here we wrote directly 4 to the power of 1 by 2 can be written as square root of 4. This 1 by 2 will become square root. Here within this in this place we did not write 2 because it is square root. The special case we did not write 2 for that one. So square root of 4 is equal to 2. If you have any doubt to see this here, 4 can be written as 2 square. 2 square whole to the power of 1 by 2. So 2 to the power of 2 into 1 by 2. Okay? 2 into 1 by 2, both 2 will cancel. You get 2 to the power of 1, which is equal to 2. So both are same. Or you can say, you can write one more example also. That is, let us take that 2 to the power of 4 to the power of 3 by 2. Or you can take any other number. Right, 9 to the power of 3 by 2. 9 to the power of 3 by 2 I am going to write down. So now see this here, m by n. So by using this, first of all n we should write nth root of a, that is square root of. Clear? Square root of 9 whole to the power of 3. What is square root of 9 here? The square root of 9 is equal to 3 only. So 3 to the power of 3, which is equal to 27. Or this can be written as in a different way. That is, which is implies this here. This I am going to write 9 cube into the power of 1 by 2 also. This cube you can apply for 9 and you should write 1 by 2 as it is only. Now what is 9 cube here? 9 cube is 729. Clear? 9 9s are 81. 81 into 9 is equal to 729. So 729 whole to the power of 1 by 2. So what is square root of 729? This to the power of 1 by 2 can be written as 27 whole to the power of 27 square. 27 square whole to the power of 1 by 2. And 729 is nothing but 27 square. So here square, this 2 and 1 by 2 will cancel. You will get 27. See, if you write like this, you will get the same answer. If you simplify like this also, you got the same answer. Is this clear, my dears? Apply this formula, you will get easily. This is called nth root of given number. Nth root of, this is called nth root of a power n. Okay, this is called a to the power of 1 by n is equal to nth root of a. A to the power of 1 by n is equal to nth root of a. Is this clear? Please note. Now, children, let us discuss some questions from the exercise 1.6. Now, see the first one. Find first bit 64 to the power of 1 by 2. What is the value of 64 to the power of 1 by 2? It is very simple. You can understand easily. Now, see here. Given that 64 to the power of 1 by 2. Now, here we are going to root nth root of a, which is implies that is a to the power of 1 by n is equal to nth root of a. This formula we are going to apply here, which is implies 64 to the power of, that is 1 by 2 is equal to square root of 64. So square root of 64 can be written as 8 square, right? You can write this as a root of 8 square. So square will cancel, you will get the 8. So therefore 64 to the power of 1 by 2 is equal to 8. Right? Clear, my dears? Now, solution. Second one. Find the value of 9 to the power of 3 by 2. 9 to the power of 3 by 2. Just now we discussed this as example. Let us discuss one more question here. Second one, 32 to the power of 2 by 5. Second question, I am going to change this. 32 to the power of 32 to the power of 2 by 5. 32 to the power of 2 by 5. That we are going to discuss now. Now see this here. Because in the previous question already we discussed in the example. Now, so 32 to the power of 2 by 5. Clear? Now see this here. We are going to change 32 as a 5 root. Exponent to the power of 5. Which is implies. Now this can be written as, see this is a to the power of m by n can be written as nth root of a power m. So this we are going to apply here, which is implies 32 to the power of 2 by 5 is equal to 5th root of 32 to the power of 2. Clear, my dears? So now, what is 32 whole square? So instead of finding 32 whole square, you please write down 32 as something number to the power of 5. Now, 32 can be written as how many times here? Into 5 times. Now, 5 to the power of, 5th root of 2 to the power of 5 whole to the power of 2. Clear? Where 2 power 5 is equal to 32. Since 2 power 5 is equal to 32. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 5 times if you multiply, you will get 32. Now, which is implies, see this here. 5th root of 2 to the power of 5 2s are 10. Clear? Now which is implies 2 to the power of, this will become 10 by 5. So 5 1s are 5 2s are again. So 2 square, which is equal to 4. Is this clear, my dears? Otherwise you can apply 32 nothing but 2 to the power of 5. 5 will cancel, 2 square will become 4 in a simple manner. Okay? You can apply this, or you can use another way also. There are many ways are there to given the to do the solution of a given question. Clear? Now coming to the third one, solution. 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 5. Here, see this here. We know that a to the power of p into a to the power of q, which is equal to a to the power of p plus q. If both bases are equal and multiply, we can add the powers. Right? Now which is implies 2 to the power of 2 by 3 into 2 to the power of 1 by 5 is equal to 2 to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. Right? So which is implies 2 to the power of, now by taking the LCM is 15. Now 5 2s are 10 plus 3 1s are 3. So which is implies 2 to the power of 13 by 15. Clear? This can be written as 15th root of 2 to the power of 13. Okay? Like this. Is this clear, my dears? Is this clear? Right? You please note on this. So I hope you understood that whatever we discussed till now. Clear, my dears? How to use laws of exponents for a real numbers. Clear, my dears? So here is today's homework. Exercise 1.6, page number 26. Question number 1, second and third bit. Question number 2, first bit, third bit, and fourth bit. Question number 3, second bit, third bit, fourth bit. Please complete this total homework in your classwork. And this is your chapter number 1, number system has been completed. Thank you, my dears. Have a good day.